Welcome back to Cape Quest, everyone. So, now that we are part of the Temple Knights, it is just about time to start diving into one of my favorite areas in all of Runescape. But before that, we have a little issue with an observatory to try to untangle. The professor that runs the observatory tells us that some goblins came and stole the lens, so he can't actually use it for its intended purpose. Fortunately, we have almost everything that we need on hand to fix the observatory, so all we have to do is just go get him the mold for the lens. Alright, once again, just spider warning for the next couple minutes.
Into the breach! My run energy is only part... Run energy recharges so slowly.
Oh, I do only have very little. The tunnels under the observatory are a maze full of goblins that we have to try to navigate our way through, and somewhere in here is the mold that we're looking for, so we've got our work cut out for us.
Where's the exit? Says the goblin standing right next to the exit.
I mean, to be fair.
But hey,
we got lost.
This is your casual reminder that one of the only surviving Crandorian mages was slaughtered by goblins.
That really is just... like, how do you do that?
Really, really carefully.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Maybe they were the tough level, 15 goblins.
I found a kitchen key.
Same.
With kitchen key in hand, we make our way to the rather terrifying thought of a goblin kitchen, where something a little odd happens. For some reason, when Connor attempted to open the door, the guard decided to pick a fight with me instead, and I actually nearly died. Interesting.
Right. He got you.
Ooh, he hits hard.
Thank you.
Your sacrifice will be remembered. Please don't die to this man, Graham.
I would like to point out, I did not click on him. He just decided to aggro on me.
Yeah, I clicked on him.
And I cannot progress through the...
now, Graham.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because... yeah, like...
We will distract him for you.
I was going to say, I can't get close till he aggroes on somebody else. I will die in one more hit.
I started attacking him.
Nice, thank you. It's one of the downsides to not wearing armor.
We need to get you some mage gear, Graham.
I keep trying, but suddenly I'm understanding how that one mage might have gotten killed by goblins. Now that the goblins are no longer using the telescope lens mold as a cooking pot, we can return to the professor and get this observatory fixed right up. As you might imagine, the trip back through the tunnels to get to the observatory proper was in fact so exciting that we got distracted and spent a long time talking about something else entirely.
I did slightly give in to the Steam sale today. Not for very much, just bought 2 games, but...
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Bought Core Keeper, which is...
Heard good things about that one.
Minecraft Terraria. Yeah, and it's multiplayer, because of course it is.
Yeah, I feel like you can play or something.
And I feel like you'll approve of this one. I, for the first time in my life, bought Dragon Age Origins Ultimate.
Oh, nice.
Because I've never played... I know a lot about it, but I've never actually played it.
I actually own Dragon Age Origins, probably not the Ultimate Edition. I played a couple hours of it, and I don't remember why I stopped.
I've done 2 full playthroughs of it. It's a great game.
I'm very excited to
yeah,
play
it was.
Especially if I can mod it.
I have, it's fun. It's funny because I haven't, I have a lot more experience with the sequels, so I was very surprised at how Baldur's Gate it was in presentation and gameplay. It was much more like a CRPG than I was expecting.
Yeah, it really is.
Which isn't a bad thing. I love CRPGs, which reminds me, I actually found out I already own Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
Yeah, I think they gifted it to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you got it in a Humble Bundle, and I was the one who claimed that key.
Yeah. So good. It's the best CRPG I've played in years.
Yeah, I do need to play it. I also need to finish Pillars of Eternity at some point, so I can play Pillars of Eternity too.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
I actually need to go back and play Pillars of Eternity too. I didn't like the character I ended up creating.
I need to go back and finish 1.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I've gotten like a
Well-
third of the way through 1.
It has, with 2 of my absolute favorite moments in any CRPG ever are from Pillars of Eternity, the expansion, the White March. Actually, a number of them are from the base game, but the White March has the 2 moments in particular I love. One, purely because I play a caster in basically everything. You find a spell book of just the most BS over. You do this whole extra side quest to dig up a lost Dark Wizard spell book, and it has spells in it that you can't get anywhere else in the game. They're unique, like, twists on already existing spells,
Mhm.
and they are so broken. One in particular, and you need them to be broken because the combat in the expansion's insane. But one of them is it's a twist of the fireball spell
Okay.
that makes it ice themed. So it changes the save that people have to do. It's a little higher level, so it does more damage in a slightly bigger radius, and inflicts the paralyzed condition.
Oh.
Alright. What reward did everybody get? The reason I ask this is because this quest actually has randomized rewards that I'm pretty sure are determined on character creation for each character. All of them are kind of lackluster, especially given the time investment for the quest, but it is neat to see that even back when this thing came out, that they were thinking of unique ways to try to reward the player. With the observatory sorted out, our adventure takes us all the way back to Varrock, where the king has a task for us. There's a monastery on a nearby river that is helping to keep all of the vampires and werewolves and other gothic horror creatures of Mauritania out of Varrock and the surrounding lands, and he hasn't heard from the head priest there for a while, and he wants us to go check it out. Upon reaching the temple, a voice behind the door tells us that everything here is fine, but there is this one really noisy dog down in the catacombs, and could we please kill that since we're such a friendly and helpful adventurer? And of course, our character, showing the sterling wit and foresight that the RuneScape characters always show, agrees to do just that. There we go,
Big
we have
boy.
the gripping battle. This poor
With this
thing
thing
has
that's definitely a dog.
it's never had a graphical update. You know, it wasn't that long ago before we couldn't hit above a 2 in melee, and I'm getting pretty consistent 5s and 6s.
Right? Isn't it great?
After a short battle, the beast is slain, and we return to King Rold for congratulations for a job well done. Shockingly, he is not amused by our actions and threatens to throw us in jail unless we go back and figure out what on earth is going on at the temple and put everything right. You know, our character really should have seen this coming sooner. Stepping inside the temple, we find it full of monks of Zamorak, which probably should explain everything that's happened up to this point. Moving up to the attic, we actually find the head priest that we've been looking for, locked up in a cell and with a sleeping vampire actually in the room to attack him if he ever steps outside. We gotta try to do something about this one. Getting him out of there is a multi-step process. We already have one of the keys that we need, but we need to find the key to his cell. We also need to get our hands on a bucket of water from the river so he can bless it and get past the vampire. Finding his key is easy enough, and once he gets the blessed water, he's able to escape, and we meet him in the basement. It turns out that the monks of Zamorak corrupted the source of the river, and if nothing's done, the monsters of Mauritania will be able to cross with impunity. So, the last thing we need to do is get Drezel 50 rune essence. And in 2 trips, we're able to do just that. Quest complete. Of course, that's not the only thing that Drezel needs help with. He also tells us that he's got a friend who he hasn't heard from in a long time down in the swamps, and wants us to go check on him, so we gear up for combat and head into the massive swamps that form central Mauritania. We run south past killer snails and invisible ghasts that we can't actually hit, but spoil our food when they hit us, and eventually find our way to a tiny little grotto. Checking the grotto out introduces us to a ghost who turns out to be Drezel's friend who was taken by the swamp. Of course, he doesn't believe he's a ghost, but after some convincing, he asks for our help in becoming a nature spirit. To do that, he needs something of the faith, something of nature, and something of the spirit to become freely given. So, we've got our work cut out for us. We return to Drezel to get a blessing and become the something of the faith. After that, the spirit gives us a bloom spell, and after casting that on some of the vegetation lying around, we're able to get something of nature. And, coincidentally, the expended spell becomes our spirit, something of the spirit to become freely given. With the transformation ritual completed, the spirit tasks us with killing 3 of the ghasts, which, thanks to some tips that he gives us, are now vulnerable, as long as we can sacrifice some of that fungus we had to pick earlier. After killing the 3, we return to the spirit, and he is able to fully consecrate his grotto as a nature sanctuary. And that is another quest complete. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you had as much fun with this one as I did in making it. And, I mean, you know the drill at this point. Feel free to like and comment if you had fun, or if something really made you smile, or something you thought about. Subscribe because that helps the channel, and as always, you can catch us on Twitch every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we're just continuing to truck along, a little bit ahead of where the YouTube videos are, but not so much that you'll be lost. Anyway, thank you again for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one.